Good morning. It is now time for lesson 2.5. So yesterday we worked a lot on multiplication. We tried doing the traditional US multiplication where you need to do step by step, one or two digit, it doesn't matter. We worked on that a lot yesterday. And guess what? We're doing it again today. So what you're going to do is we're going to start with some mental math. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to think, if I show you a number, or if I have my mental math written down, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show it to you because you need to make sure you're following order of operations. So this time I want you to do it in your head, come up with your answer, and be ready to share in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, your answer should have been 25. 3 plus 2 is 5. Lord help me today. Times 5 is 25. That's how you do this problem. All right, don't forget parentheses first. So make sure you are doing parentheses. I was trying to multiply. All right, now let's see what happens with this problem when I move the parentheses. 3, 2, 1. All right, 5 times 3 is 15, plus 2 is 17. Notice I used the same exact numbers, but because my parentheses were moved, it's a different answer. All right, let's see what you do with this one. This is a tricky one. All right. 2, 1. All right. 10 divided by 2 is 5 times 6 is 30. That's how you do your mental math today. So again, these are very simple problems using the orders of operation. So make sure that when you do orders of operation, you are using parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division are together, and then addition and subtraction. Make sure you stay in that order. Today, we're going to be working again on more multiplication. So we're going to talk a little bit about it, about multiplication in general. We're going to do some other practice problems, and we're really going to get hit hard that US traditional multiplication. To help you out, I did make 2 videos yesterday, and I'm going to attach them today so you can see them, that show you how to do area model again, and it also shows you how to do the partial products again. So if that's something that you like those methods better, fine. I made those videos for you. But today, it's all about practicing traditional multiplication. So let's get started. All right, so today we're going to start with a multiplication problem that looks very simple to start with. What you're going to do is you're literally going to go step by step with this process. So I'm going to do one number at a time. 7 times 4. 7 times 4 is 28. So you are going to carry your 2 to the next column and bring your 8 down. Whenever I carry my 2, that means I add it to the answer at the end. After I multiply, I add it in. That's how you do traditional multiplication. 7 times 6 is 42, plus 2 is 44. Again, bring my 4 down, carry my other 4. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 4 is 18. You need to multiply one place value at a time. So I started by multiplying by my ones, then I multiplied by my tens, then I multiplied by my hundreds. My final answer is 1,848. What do you notice? What patterns do you notice? So on this question, I noticed that it reminds me a little bit of how we do addition. Remember, you carry and then you add those numbers in with addition. It's kind of like that because I carried numbers. So that's something that I noticed. Another thing that you notice is if you split up the product above the line, then you know what you need to multiply by. So literally I do this one, and then I do this answer, and then I do this answer. It helps me know I just keep it in order, right? Which is awesome. We're going to do another problem. What's going to happen is I want you, after I write this problem down, to pause the video, and then I want you to try it on your own. So here's your problem, 2,192 times 3. I want you to pause the video, try it on your own, come back when you're done. You should hit pause. All right, so you should be done now. Hopefully you did the math. Let's check and make sure that you had the answer right. So I'm going to start by multiplying by my ones column. 3 times 2 is 6. Then I'm going to multiply by my tens column. 3 times 9 is 27. Hundreds column. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 2 is 5. And then I'm going to go to my thousands column. 3 times 2 is 6. 6,576. I hope that was your answer. So when you're doing traditional multiplication, these are the steps that you're going to follow whenever you're doing any number of digits times 1. So keep that in mind. Right now, we would be finished with this problem. Sometimes there are more steps. So as of right now, again, we'll go a little bit deeper into that on, I think it's going to be either Friday or it's going to be early next week. So we're going to talk about what happens when you have 2 digits as that you're going to multiply by. So today we're going to practice by using powers of 10. So attached to your lesson today, I have a numbers grid and it has all of the numbers for you. And basically what you can do is you can use that to write any number and it tells you how many hundreds, how many tens, and it's going to help you do expanded form. I'm actually going to do a video using that grid to show you how to do it. So really pay attention to how to use that because it is a tool that would be helpful to some of you, especially with expanded form. Okay? So today we're going to practice using, practicing with powers of 10. So the first thing is, this is my place value chart. I'm going to move this so I can write a little easier. Sorry, guys. Here's my place value chart. I know that I have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, 10 millions, 100 millions, and billions. So those are huge numbers. And again, writing those big numbers it's difficult. So that's why it's easier if we use powers of 10, right? So if I'm Bill Gates and I have $97 billion, instead of writing 9 zeros, I would be able to do 97 times 10 to the 9th. Saves a little time and saves a little bit of effort. So using that place value chart and the prefixes, complete the following statements to fill in the missing components. So the distance from Chicago to New Orleans is about 10 to the 3rd or 1 blank miles. So 10 to the 3rd is 1,000. 1,000 miles. A millionaire. I wish. If I were a millionaire, how much money would I have? 10 to the blank dollars, at least. So 10 to the blank, I'm going to go to millions. 10 to the blank is 6. 10 to the blank, you should put a 6 there. All right. The moon is about 240,000 miles from Earth. Or 24, and I'm just going to take that first number, the first whole number that I see, 24, times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4th power. That's how you use the powers of 10. All right. A computer with 1 terabyte hard drive, huge, 1 terabyte hard drive, can store approximately 10 to the blank. All right, terabyte. So I'm looking right here. Terabyte is 10 to the 12th or 1 trillion bytes of information. The sun is about 89 times 10 to the 7th. I want you to pause the video and I want you to write this answer. How far is the sun from Saturn? You should hit pause. All right, 89 times 10 to the 7th. So I'm going to write my 89 and I'm going to write 7 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then in order to put my commas, I always start to the right. So every group of 3 is where I put my commas. So 890 million. A 5 megapixel camera, so I'm going to go to megapixel camera, has a resolution of 5 times 10 to the 6th, or 5 million pixels. 5 million pixels. All right, so what patterns do you notice about these answers here? What patterns do you notice? Maybe you notice a pattern with this number. Or with this number. All right, what you should have written on this line is an extra 0 is attached to each answer. So each one has an extra 0. You could say each exponent goes up by 1. I would take either of those answers. All right, today you're going to be working on math boxes. The first few problems you're just going to solve. You need to figure out what the answers are. The second set, you need to write the number in exponential notation. That means 10 to the blank power. Really read on how you need to write these answers. Number 3, you have a base times height. So I'm going to help you out with this one, my base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. My base will be 12. And my height is going to be 4. So you need to answer what is your base, what is your height, and what is your final answer. And then finally, for number 4, you need to start with an estimate. So 34 to me is close to 30. 8 is close to 10. So my estimate here would be about 300. 52 is close to 50. 6, I would say, is close to 6. I can do that. That's fine. So my estimate, again, is about 300. 6 times 5 is 30, and then add that 0. Do your very best on these questions. For number 6, make sure that you show your reasoning. How did you know how many zeros belonged in the problem? As soon as you are done with that question, at the very, very end, you can put a colon and a little partial parentheses, a little smiley face, and that's going to be my hint that you watched my video. That's going to show me that you watched it all the way through. All right, have a great day, guys. By the way, that smiley face is worth 1 extra credit point, so if you missed a problem on this assignment, it will give you that extra point. Have a great day. Bye, guys.